Dark so long I could not find the meaning. Hold my hand, let me stay by your side through this never-ending night. I can feel it now, it haunts me. All these demons, how they surround me. In this red light, it calls me. He is reaching out, consuming. Tyrant of the dark star, where's my love? What hold this heart? Daylight is a
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tyrant of the Dark Star. Aubrey, your GM, I'll toss around my players to introduce themselves, who they are, who they're playing, and then we'll get into things.
Hi, I'm Maki. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Gravewing, the Nagaji Sylph vigilante monk / air cadeticist, who also uses she, her pronouns, and she is the party mom / strategist of the rebellion.
Hello. I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Laeth IV, the matricidal Dampier Dandy Rogue and Spy Master, who uses she, any pronouns.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm playing Eurideux. Just Eurideux still. They are our Nephilim, cursed boy of a problem. They are going to be the party in this rebellion's firebrand, and they also use they, he pronouns.
Hello, I am Farris. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Alouette, a totally normal Nephilim thaumaturge bard having a very normal and good time learning all about her way more cursed family. She also uses she, her pronouns and is the anathema partisan.
Hello, I am Sparlock, and both me and my character use he, him pronouns. I'm going by Alistair Whiskerfield, wizard detective extraordinaire. As heir to the fine distinguished family of wizard, mice, ratzards, Isoki arcanists. I swear I was always aware of it. I keep my whiskers to the ground to uncover the truth of the powers that be who subjugate us, by which I mean I'm our recruiter.
And hello, to round off the group, I am Tick. I have he, she, they pronouns, and today I'll be playing Nihil, a flesh warp sorcerer who is just a totally ordinary cook and quartermaster for the group, and definitely not a cannibal. Parentheses, he's a cannibal, but it's a dietary restriction, so don't be too mean to him.
So, backup recap person, what happened last time?
Hello, I'm the backup recap person, and if this curses my dice, I will be sad and upset. So last time, the party went back to the Crow and Hammer, which turns out to also be kind of the headquarters of the Bloody Blades, or at least one of their hideouts. Nihil and Alistair were put into a room together. We call it the get-along room. They're not allowed to come out. Meanwhile, Laeth went to talk to Eurideux, who was bandaging themselves up, about Oscar. Yuri did a little explanation and stuff. Gravewing also had a little private conversation with Lorelei. They, caught up times that have passed and what they've been up to and what their plans are for the future. And, what would you do if you only had 7 months left to live? Well, I'd like another one of those one nights we had. And they did. And then let's see here. Lou got drunk, hanging out at the tavern, buying drinks for people, having fun, having a good time, playing spin the bottle. Yuri caught up with Oscar to apologize. For now. Maybe there'll be more in the future. And Laeth also caught up with a stranger to have some fun and not think about the vampire killer on the loose. And I do mean like a literal actual stranger, not like stranger in a euphemistic way, just to be clear. Then we had breakfast. Gravewing made spicy noodles. And we talked about making masks and when we can get our new paperwork. And that is it. That's all you missed.
Yes. I do have a really important question for the two people who were not here last time. You were both put in a room. Did anything happen? Are we short one rat?
And they put me in a room, a rubber room full with rats, and the rats made me crazy.
Crazy. I was crazy once.
Exactly.
They put me in a room. Oh my god, I do this fucking thing. I do this with my sister all the time. What the hell?
I'm glad someone gets me. Alistair is probably alive.
Probably.
What did y'all talk about? I want to hear what happened.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to them.
You just call someone out for being a cannibal once and they never forgive you.
I haven't gotten a genuine apology from you, first off.
Have you asked for one?
You're not supposed to ask for apologies from people when they do something wrong, but sure, can I get an apology for you stating without any reason that I was a cannibal?
I'm sorry. I sometimes don't have a filter, and I heard these rumors, and I did not think you would be so upset about it.
People tend to jump to conclusions given my appearance. Wait, out of character, everyone knows I'm a cannibal at this point, right? Like, this already got outed when I wasn't here again. No?
Yes.
No?
I mean,
you were.
It's been said by other people, you yourself have not told anyone besides Mothmom.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
nobody's
so-
witnessed it happen.
Yeah,
It's just
and no-
been said by Akos as well as Alistair. But
Yeah,
who
like
trusts
I assumed
Akos?
Akos said it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I wasn't sure if it was like proven beyond
Akos said a
reasonable
lot
doubt.
of things.
Akos says a lot of things. You're right.
Akos also said Laeth killed her mother. We all know that didn't happen.
Yeah, I know, right? That would have
I
been
know it happened.
crazy.
The cousins kidnapped someone. That didn't happen.
That actually didn't happen.
That actually didn't happen.
You can't trust Akos.
That one didn't happen. You guys are fine. You guys
Plays
just
two truths and a lie.
exist.
Anyway.
Anyways, I forgive you, but please don't do that type of stuff in the future to people. Sometimes, and I've learned this the hard way, but thinking before you speak is a very good thing to do.
You're right. Like, they're always listening, so
Who?
like the people we're fighting against, they have spies everywhere. I should be more careful about what I say.
Well, yeah, that is a fair point. Especially in public, it's a good idea not to say anything brash. But I'm pretty sure from my knowledge that we're safe here to speak whatever we want. I hope they're
And-
not living in the walls.
So, I don't judge. I've met some very strange wizards that, as long as it's consensual cannibalism, I don't. But
I don't think I want to have this conversation, I'm going to be honest with you.
like, okay. I'm just you don't seem like a bad person. I didn't what was going on in that wizard tower.
How are you feeling from that? You got some important life story, I guess.
I need to go back. I didn't get enough time. There's an entire tower. Like, I've had a feeling. Hey, Aubrey. Sincere question, because I have planning trouble. I tend to answer off the top top of my head, but how much of an inkling did I have about the existence of this wizard tower and knowledge of who it belonged to?
I mean, this wizard's tower has existed in Malakot for a very long time. It's been closed up since quite possibly before the Tyrant arrived.
So I would not have thought to like be, oh, it's going to open for just me. Okay. Just check it. Yeah, I feel the need. We need to study this tower. Maybe I mean, I know they want us to play nicely, and I'm glad we had this opportunity to talk, because I felt like you were upset with me and I didn't understand why.
I assumed that accusing someone of cannibalism was a very obvious reason why someone would be upset with you, but I also shouldn't have jumped to that conclusion, it seems. I'm sorry for making you feel uncomfortable.
It's okay. I did not mean to make you feel uncomfortable. You know, we live in a world with a wide variety of creatures, and at the very least, I know that you are not like aggressive or evil or mindless. You're an amazing chef who, you know, may or may not have slight cannibalistic tendencies.
Let's not talk about the cannibalism tendencies, okay?
Yeah. Nihil, in your head, you hear Schism go,
So we're not eating the rat?
Change of plans, I guess. I think back. I think it would be suspicious, but also emergency rations. Potentially. There's other better emergency rations here, probably, actually. Alistair's small. I'm just thinking this while I'm talking. It's like, Alistair's small and filled with fur and bones. It wouldn't be very tasty.
yeah, this is like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, mostly skin and bones and fur. Rats don't taste very good, unless you're like a snake. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, I said that in Gravewing.
You have to worry about rat folk starvation if you get... They don't have enough fat. So,
speaking of, do you have any specific dietary requirements as I click my pen and take out my little notebook?
I mostly eat fruits and nuts. Wait, what do rats eat?
Everything, I think.
They're omnivorous, right?
Rats will eat literally anything.
Like beans and just, I need a wide variety.
I'm sorry, what do rats eat? Seeds, fruits, berries, nuts, plants, garbage, meat, candy, insects. Garbage it is, I guess.
My mom always said to avoid sugar and high-fat foods.
Those are good in very slight moderation. There's some food that's good for your body and some food that's good for your soul, I always say.
Oh, and I'm allergic to onion and chocolate.
I see. That makes sense, as I'm taking my little notes. No onion, no chocolate. Do you need more or less meals a day? Do you like larger or smaller meals?
I mean, I snack.
It seems we'll have to carry pocket trail mix on me for the foreseeable future. I wonder how easy it is to make trail mix. But I guess, is this door locked, actually? I'm gonna check if the door's locked. I shake the door. It's locked.
They could have at least locked us in the wizard tower. Like, it was around before the oh goodness, the word escaped me. I want to say the
Tyrant?
Adversary, the Tyrant. Yes, it was there before the Tyrant. So maybe there's secrets that we have yet to discover, and they lock us in the get along room.
So, they did write that on a sign outside, didn't they? It says "Get along," and I can see it from. I crane my neck to, I guess, see wherever I can. It's like, yeah, there's a "Get along" room sign in front of the door. I can see it. Why does it look like Laeth graffitied this? I can't read it. Maybe Laeth should tell me what she graffitied on the "Get along" door.
She did not. She doesn't care enough about you for that.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But yes, you eventually get some sleep and wake in the morning, and you will join the rest of the anathema as they're just finishing up breakfast.
Did you both want super spicy noodles?
You do see Nihil feeding Alistair pocket trail mix as they come down from the roof.
Oh shit, they actually got along.
It's
Lorelai's
surprising
like,
they're-
get along room works every time.
I'll give you a side eye. It's like, you could have just asked us to have a proper conversation instead of locking us in a room overnight.
Where's the fun in that?
I don't know. It worked.
You talked?
Yeah, we just had a clear communication. I don't like being accused of things that are pretty vulgar, and Alistair understood and apologized, and I accepted the apology and apologized for being very harsh on him. And we came to a conclusion.
You see Moth Mom's head tilt down and then slowly back up, like she's realized something. You can talk about your problems.
You can, does she say that out loud, or is that a thought?
She's gonna say that out loud. Yeah.
That is the preferred method of conflict resolution usually.
It's not my preferred method.
You have kids. You're probably going to have to make it your preferred method.
That's what you think.
Nihil baffled, giving Alistair pocket nuts still, like, well, I'll try your cooking. I guess.
I'm so glad you said that, because Aubrey,
Yes.
Tick
Fortitude.
isn't a person of color or a tiefling. Give that bitch a -1.
Your fortitude save.
Is it? Hold on, I need to check something.
So we last time I think it was Farris said like that Lou should get a +1 because Lou is a tiefling. And I was like, I agree, actually. The tiefling should get a +1, and everybody else is in this room is a fucking person of color, because it was Lorelai and Laeth. And I was like, yeah, no, like y'all should be getting +1s to eat the spicy noodles. However, the rat and the white man have returned.
Yes.
I have a question, Aubrey, which actually I can argue. Spices and a lot of animals and species are considered poisonous. Does this count as a poison-related save?
No.
Why not?
Because you're not an animal.
Spices are naturally very harsh on the body with a similar effect of poison. That's why they hurt to eat.
It's not
It's
poisonous.
literally
It's just
mild
It's not
tasty.
poisonous.
I hope your Italian ancestors that live around you as ghosts are ready to take you back.
No, I'm asking because you can use poison save boosts on shit like alcohol, which is also technically a poison in a different right.
I would say an alcohol is definitely more of a poison than spices in your food.
Okay,
That's like saying half the
spices is one
population
thing.
of the world are resistant to spice because they can eat capsaicin.
Yeah, you did not say spices. You said spicy. You said incredibly fucking hot. That is within the realm of possibility.
It's spices.
I have a +1 to poison and disease saves. That's why I wanted to be but Aubrey's like, actually, fuck you, I guess. You don't get right.
Yeah, no, I'm with Aubrey. This is
Yeah.
food.
Mm-hmm. This is
Fine.
also not this is also not meant to try and poison you.
Is it a fortitude save?
Yes.
Do I use my dice that's the size of my fist? No.
Why not?
It would destroy everything in its path.
Let's see.
So will these noodles.
You said it's a -1, right?
Yes.
24.
Your lord.
A -1, you say? So 22 for Alistair.
Yeah, it's a you probably both handled spice pretty well.
Pretty spicy.
Very good.
I didn't make it for taste. I made it to wake people up who were hungover.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I can tell.
Oh yeah. If I had like cheese and shit, it'd be different.
I'm gonna eat something else. I'm sorry. This is a
No,
bit.
you should eat something else. For the record, Mom made very small portions. It really was, the intention was to specifically wake Lou up. Like that was 100% it. So it's not made for taste like at all. If it does taste good though, that's kind of nice. That's like a bonus.
This
Am
is
I
part
allowed
of
to
my
cook
string of
something, or am
very
I still
bad
banned from the
rolls.
kitchen? Am I allowed to cook? Please.
Lorelai goes, I would not. Our cook is very protective of their kitchen.
I can respect that. I'm very protective of my kitchen as well.
Mothma will remember this.
Now we're gonna get a little bit loose with time. You have 3 days until the end of the week when Gavin will be delivering your papers. And this will take us to the start of the next week, rebellion phase and all of that. If there are things that people want to do during this time, and also a reminder to everybody, you've pretty much been going pretty hard for a little over a week by this point. You know, when you start pulling all of these like very long days, everything, your bodies are starting to feel it, and you definitely need to rest some. So if there's any scenes people want to have with anybody, any small things people want to work on, any downtime things people want to do.
Me,
Yes, Farris.
please.
Yes, Farris.
I would like to spend this time to retrain one of my feats. I want to swap out Call Implements with, I think it's called Talisman Esoterica. And if possible, also grab some talisman formulas.
What do talisman formulas? Which ones are those?
It can be anything that's half my level in common. I get some by default. I think if they're in the core book, I just get them. But also, I think if it's just the core book and not the GM core book, it's literally one. It's just one. If it's also the GM core book, there's a handful others. But that's why I'm like, I also want to try to find a formula because it's one and it's not a good one.
No, it's fair. But yeah, no, I mean, any of the ones that you decide, just post them. You've got time.
Okay. Then our
and you have
third
money.
morning, I will create 2 because I can make 2 a day now. That's it. That's all I need.
I'm gonna be a little insane. How possible is it for me to make a bootleg kitchen in my bedroom?
Not in the manor.
I have to
Remember,
cook.
you're sharing a room with Lou. It's like
we're
meant
heading
to be
back.
a trial
Got it.
zone.
Okay.
Yeah, you're heading back to the manor.
Mm-hmm. This is an out of character question because I've been out of the loop a bit. Is there anything like specific we're supposed to be doing in this time, or is something like checking out Alistair's wizard tower for one of the 3 days a possibility?
You can work on that. You can start doing this, but this is a wizard tower full of shit. It's going to take you more than 3 days. And especially you're going to be spending time. Also, there's any time you want to spend on downtime activities. If you want to do any kind of crafting that's beyond your regular alchemical crafting.
I picked up a feat for that. But I think right now, I do want to help Alistair with his thing because I feel kind of bad about being that mean to him all the time if he wants to have an extra set of hands to explore the wizard tower.
That would be good. Although I also do want to seek out a wizard to teach me a new cantrip as well. Or a different cantrip.
Your options will be a little limited because currently you're very limited in your movement.
Yes.
You can only pretty much go to 3 districts right now.
Are there any like low-level wizards that are in the area that might be able to help me with that?
Give me a we'll do a society check.
Yeah, presumably this takes like a good portion of at least one day. Probably don't get pursue a lead on that. 23.
Yeah, what do you what cantrip are you looking for specifically?
So I want to be able to learn to move things with my mind. I'm looking for a telekinetic projectile.
Telekinetic projectile? Yeah, you it is funny enough that you say that, Alyssa, is you do have access to Juniper, who technically does have at least level 0 wizard capabilities. Like level 1 basic wizard capabilities, and telekinetic projectile is one of the spells that she does have. So she can teach you that one. I believe it will take most of the rest of the week. So it'll be kind of your big thing that you're doing.
Yeah, and that's a Arcana check to learn a spell, right?
Yes. I believe versus a like a normal DC for your level.
Yeah, and that is my ABP +1. That is a 21.
Yeah, a 21 will definitely go above the DC of that, because it is the cantrip. It is pretty low DC. So yeah, you can work with Juniper and learn that over the next few days.
Wonderful. Maybe next week we'll go on our wizard adventure.
The
Power.
gay wizard adventure. Aubrey, I have a question actually. I'm trying to figure out crafting. I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. I have the feat called Inventor. Your genius of crafting, yada yada yada. You can spend downtime to invent a common formula that you don't know. This works just like the craft app. Do I add that to my like alchemist crafting stuff, or is it something different?
It is not necessarily through your alchemist crafting. It is a completely different thing. But you can make alchemy things with Inventor.
Okay, because I just want to invent coffee because I think we're gonna need it. But I'm not sure where on my sheet I would put coffee because it'd
be under alchemical crafting.
Okay.
You can make it with Inventor because it is a common a common recipe. But Inventor, essentially through Inventor you make the recipe for it, which you then can use for alchemical crafting.
Okay, so I just expand my list of known formulas then, basically.
Yes, you have to you will be spending these 3 days inventing coffee. Not really inventing it, but figuring out your best way to make it in your situation.
Yeah, it is labeled as poison, which is really funny.
Not wrong.
That's fair. But I want to invent, it's specifically called Blood Eye Coffee. It's common. It's worth 5 silver pieces, so I'd spend half of that to invent it, question mark?
Yes.
Okay, and how much money do I have? Because I know we all have money. I just need, I never added money to my sheet, I guess.
You didn't add a lot to your sheet.
Let me, this is not, does this count as a cooking check?
No, because this is more of just like making your setup. It's not actually making the thing.
Okay, gotcha. So I can use the crafter's lens, but I can't use my other quirky ability.
Yes.
The crafter's lens that I haven't added to my character sheet because I'm a dumbass. Anyways. My character sheet is just like, please, Tick, can we have a single number? And I'm like, you'll get them when I get them. All right, so crafting +1. Damn. Okay, that's high. That's a 28.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yay, I invent coffee. I can bring it down day 3 looking exhausted like I invented coffee.
It's more of you kind of built your own kind of, essentially coffee machine for it.
Yeah, I've made my own version of coffee. It'll be a great add-on for breakfast.
Okay, I'm letting you know right now.
Coffee shop, and you dragged the old stale beans home with you.
I'm letting you know right now, Moth Mom will be your test dummy.
All right. It's like a bootleg coffee machine, you know? What happens if we give Schism coffee, Aubrey?
No.
Here.
No?
We all find out about Schism.
We all we all find out about Schism, and then Schism finally takes her true form as Venom. Specifically, like the one with Tom Hardy. That type, that Venom. Full on full. Absolutely ape shit. Just... We don't need passports. Become ungovernable. Venom.
Yeah! But yeah, I can make a test cup for Mothma. I assume it's just flavor, no benefits, no rolls, just because I want to here's a cup of coffee. It's not very sweet or anything.
That's okay, I drink it black. Does it taste like... What does it taste like? Do I have to make a roll? Do I have to survive now? Is it my turn?
From what I can tell from the descriptions, a strong blend including several spices somehow is found. So I'd say it's got a very good kick to it. I'm gonna roll a d20 to see how much of a kick to it it's got. It's got a kick to it. It's got, if I had to rate on a scale of 1 to 20, it would be a 14 for a kick to it.
Quite the kick.
I know, that sure does taste like coffee.
Yeah, it'll be good for everyone who doesn't get enough rest.
I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep drinking this.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for not killing me.
But you didn't touch the kitchen yet.
Not this kitchen. Ominous.
Ominous? Just like, huh? Well, of course, I hope you've cooked before. You have 2 kids, don't you?
3.
3, my bad. But you have 3 kids to feed. You've cooked before, right?
Yeah, it doesn't mean I cook well.
Do you want lessons?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Maybe later. Maybe when the world's not ending or something like that. I'm more of the I'm just gonna take these kids out to eat kind of vibes.
I'll feed your kids.
I take them to your fucking place. You do feed my kid. What are you talking about, bro?
I mean, if you take them there now, I'm not working there anymore.
I can't take them anywhere.
I'll continue to feed your kids.
Oh my god.
I am becoming the accidental godfather to your kids because I feed them.
They're going to take one look at you and be like, "Isn't that the chef from that one restaurant we go to? What's he doing here? Ooh, what is that? What's that black stuff on the..." That's what they're gonna do, okay?
Excuse you, I don't get the black stuff on my cooking. I'm very careful to keep the black ooze off of my cooking.
Yeah, but they're gonna still see the black ooze.
I'll bandage it up like I always do. They don't have to see it. Is it
Until
really
it comes
that
up.
gross?
It looks like it has the texture of mold, but I don't know what it is, you know what I mean? So
I'll think this because don't worry, dear. I think you're beautiful.
Look, man. Look, all I'm saying is I've been living in buildings with mold like that for a while, so it's just okay. Doesn't bother me,
it's not
but
mold. That would be a cooking hazard.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I would never bring mold near food. This is and I just put my hand in one of the mouths and pull out some of the black gunk. This is unrelated.
Well, then what is it?
It's Technically flesh.
Uh-huh.
That's like the worst thing you could have said.
Uh-huh.
It's technically my flesh.
What do you mean by technically? Like you don't know it's your flesh?
It's part of a genetic mutation on my body that made me, a flesh warp. I am pretty sure it is flesh or some sort of newfound bodily fluid that I do not put in food, but it's not mold.
Could it be like mucus? Like a type of mucus? Like it's a secretion of sorts? Does it secrete? Does it?
It doesn't really secrete. It attacks stuff. It doesn't secrete.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I try not to ask any questions about it. I've just lived with it at this point.
Does it hurt?
Aubrey, does it hurt?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, it doesn't.
So it used to hurt.
Oh, yes, it was absolutely painful at first.
That's wild.
Yeah, you don't just grow new mouths painlessly. It definitely was incredibly painful.
Can you grow more mouths?
Considering how painful the first ones were, I would not like to.
But like, can you?
Thanks to Schism, can I?
Never tried.
Schism starts growing a mouth right then and there. Niall fucking bends over in pain. Sorry.
We'll get you some research and I'll report back.
Gotcha, dear. I don't know. I haven't tried it.
Oh, okay. Well. Jeez. That's wild.
I kind of wonder, Aubrey, this is an absolutely unhinged fucking question that fits my character perfectly. Can I take some of the black goop from one of my mouths and eat it with my regular mouth to see what it tastes like?
Prometheus. This happens in Prometheus.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, this is how the xenomorphs became a thing.
I'm curious. What does it taste like?
Like goop.
That's not a flavor. That's a texture.
Ew.
It doesn't really taste like. It just, doesn't really taste like anything.
Is out of this world.
Yeah, doesn't really taste like anything. It's a weird feeling. It's like eating somewhere between like just soggy, just melted oatmeal.
So, Mom, you watch Nala reach a hand into the mouth on their stomach, pull out some of the black goop, eat it, and then make a face and be like, it doesn't really taste like anything.
I feel like I've witnessed something very intimate.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's that intimate. If anything, it's like eating your own boogers. Wait, that's a bad example.
I was gonna say, did you just kiss yourself? Can you kiss yourself? You have mouths.
I'm not going to do that. In public. I'm not going to do that. And I think Schism in public.
Well, thank you for asking. I feel like I'm a scientist. I feel like I've learned things.
Honestly, I think I've learned things too. If I get sick, I know I have to be more careful about the mysterious black ooze, but it doesn't seem like it would cause any negative afflictions. It's just tasteless and kind of tastes like soggy wet oats.
Soggy wet oats. Okay. All right. Nice speaking with you, Niall.
Nice speaking with you too. The coffee's available at any time. I think this gives immediately. Am I gonna get sick from eating that?
Don't know. Should be interesting to see.
All right, we'll find out. And I think that's a great place to end this experience.
Yeah. Somebody else. What would you like to do? You have 3 days.
Can I spend more time figuring out what Lorelai likes?
Yes.
All right, Aubrey, what does she like?
She likes savory over sweet. Very much like spicy things. She likes surprisingly really into romance novels.
Oh, fuck, I still learn how to read. I mean, I can read. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly into romance novels. Also an incredibly good climber, and will gladly take you to some of the best vistas in the city when you can. She'll spend a lot of time in the clock tower, simply because she's gonna essentially try to whip it into shape for people, and then also she really likes to sit out on the limb of it and just sort of like look out around the city.
I have another thing to do, but someone else can go before me now.
So I have two things. The first, I want to find my cousin when they're not drinking at night and finally try to have the conversation they've been meaning to have for the past 5 days.
Joke's on you. I've been drinking the whole time.
Well, then it's too bad.
Lose an alcoholic. No, just kidding.
No.
It's a new kind of curse.
I'm so cursed. But yes, I would like to find Lou at some point across these 3 days. Where, are they actually hanging out in the tavern? Do they go back to the tavern, or are they somewhere in the clock tower?
I mean, I would imagine she's alternating between being at the manor and probably trying to befriend Juniper. And figuring out talismans and stuff, and the tavern, as long as we're allowed to go off on our own, then she's gonna go back to the tavern to also make friends at the tavern, and specifically also trying to make friends with Oscar. So she's just out trying to make friends.
Yeah, I think Yuri then would maybe see when you're working on talismans and knock on the door and hello, you busy?
A little bit, yes.
Is there any way I could help?
You can take this and you can tell me if it works next time we fight.
Okay. I will.
Hands you a little crystal with cute little beads attached to it. You add that to your whatever you're fighting with now. It seems to change every day because we keep finding new weapons. But it should, if you strike things and you have already made it glow, not you made the crystal glow, then you can have a little bonus to your, you might be able to strike a little better. If it works. I haven't done this before.
Well, I'll definitely try it. If they're gonna attach it to a piece of string and just for now tie it around their wrist. And I wanted to check. We haven't had much time to talk recently, but how are you doing?
What an interesting question.
It's very interesting, yes.
A difficult one to answer.
Well, we have time.
I don't know. Did you know I killed someone?
You did? During that fight?
Yep.
Oh.
They are straight up dead.
And you're okay from that?
Do you want the honest answer, or do you want the answer that lets you go on with your day?
the honest answer, because my day is not going to go on till I finish this conversation.
Okay. It doesn't matter because we're just going to keep going non-stop for 7 months, and then we will either be fine or we will die. So you know what? I guess it's sort of how things are now. We just do what has to be done, as Gravewing would put it.
Yeah, we have been given the curse to know that the world is actually ending and cannot live kindly through it.
I suppose there are worse things to know.
Mm-hmm.
We can be more deliberate with our time. I hope it is not over, because I would like to not have wasted all of mine.
I mean, I'll do everything to make sure it isn't.
But yeah, obviously, me too. That's what I am here for.
Yeah, just... So, a lot of things happened during that one fight as well. I guess you finally saw what I mean by cursed. The curse of me, the curse of Eurideux, my curse.
Oh, is that what that was? I thought you just had a cool party trick.
Yeah. It's not a great party trick. I can tell you that much.
I guess parties don't usually have enough room for something like that. Ballrooms are kind of guarded, can't turn into a giant monstrous dealer.
Yeah. It's not great, but after so long, I can mostly control it. And I have a feeling that I have been lied to for how it works for you.
Which rabbit hole do I want to go down first? Let's go is the first one. What do you mean for how long? How long have you been cursed?
I mean, I think technically since birth, but I started having trouble with it about doing mental math for my relationship to a certain someone like a decade ago.
You've never said anything.
Well, I didn't want to put you in danger, first of all. A lot of that early time, it was truly just being a feral animal thrown out into the woods. I would feel the urges coming. I would feel the transformation slowly start. You may remember that's when I truly became a vegetarian.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Not dangerous in the letter, though.
It's not something I wanted to bother you with at the time. I mean, like many things, I learned that I was so foolish back then. Not that I'm not. I understand I'm fairly foolish still. But even more so back then. You know, that's unfortunately why Oscar gonna look at you. Why Oscar thinks I was such a deadbeat, which to be fair I was, because it was really bad when we were dating and I didn't want to become a monster around them. I just became a monster without them.
Well, I mean, this wasn't your fault.
It wasn't my fault, but if I could have any semblance of protecting those around me, I tried. And after so long, that's why. So after so long of trying to control it, that's why I take all these dangerous jobs. Because if there's something dangerous hurting someone's city, some other parts of this town, I mean, the monster could take care of it much more than I could.
So, let me get this right. You throw yourself into extraneous danger because you feel like you are a monster, because you are cursed and it is something you have no control over, and so you risk your life on the regular? Is that about right?
Sort of.
Are you
I
saying
do
sort
that.
of because it's untrue, or because you don't want to admit your self-worth is terrible?
No, hang on. We're not talking about my self-worth right now. Even though I think it's pretty okay right now.
It's better, B.
No, I do this. Look, when I earlier times I went to dangerous parts of town and the worst parts of town. I knew the lamplighters over where we lived would be more brutal and try to hunt me down easier. And I learned that unfortunately, the lower parts of town, they don't care about wild animals, they care about getting paid. So that's kind of why I started taking those jobs, because the people weren't being protected by the government.
But the government is a mess, so.
What's this other rabbit hole you have in mind?
Well, I suppose it is. And she's going to reach into her pocket and pull out a handful of red feathers.
Yeah. I had a feeling after we saw each other in the jail again. I feel like you should know as much as you need to know, but I will tell you as much as you want to know right now.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe start at the beginning with the part about how you were lied to?
Our curse in our families manifest in different ways. My father, he's cursed as well. Same way, different side effects. They have a different way of managing it. And it's never easy to tell what will work. I was told by my mother and your father that you not knowing about the curse would actually slow it down.
Well, that seems true, doesn't it?
I do not think it is.
I mean, if yours kicked off 10 years ago, I mean, mine hasn't done anything. Except for feathers, but technically, I've always had, like, one. And she swishes her little tail in the air.
Yes, but it manifesting as powerful as it did with you having no memory of it is not great. It's showing that it may have more control of you than you of it.
And it's different for everyone? So you don't know what it is for me?
Yeah, I do not know, but the way it manifested within you, I have a feeling that there's no way your father would know this and my mother would know this. And I do not know why they would go to the links to lie. Well, I know your father. No way your father would lie.
Why?
Your father's name, unfortunately, doesn't go nearly as far as you wish it did. And I think having your cursed daughter in his eyes would be worse.
Does this mean... I mean, how many people in the family are cursed? Is it like every few, or does it skip generations, or is it every single one?
It's hard to really say because a lot of research for it has kind of been squashed within the family. I have done some of my own, but you know how our family is. You know, we kind of split off from the rest of the family. It skips generations. However, my father had it and I have it. I do not know about your grandparents per se. But, I mean, I found out 10 years ago. And that's when I was told by your father to not tell you, because I wanted to tell you. I didn't want to show you all the monstrous side, but I was 20.
So, you've known about me also for 10 years. And you kept it? You just kept that?
I believed your father. I didn't think at the time they would lie to me. We knew what he was doing and you didn't have to change, then I didn't want you to change. But clearly I was wrong. I was lied to. Especially my mother, she enforced this idea. And she's been doing research on her own, so.
Do you have any other secrets that you want to disclose?
No. I mean, I don't think it's a secret, but you know I don't like your dad.
No, I do know. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, now you know why.
I don't know, but I know that. You don't know that he was wrong. I mean, curses are... They come out one way or another. It's just maybe obviously I have gone this long without it happening, whatever it may be, so... Maybe it was working. Maybe it did slow things down.
Eurideux is now, like, holding their, like, 2 fingers to their lips as if they're, like, pondering to say something, and the other part of it manifesting now, Lou, is there is a catalyst for a family when you reach 30.
Did you want to lead with that, maybe?
I was letting you, I answered the questions in the order they came through.
I don't know. That one seems like an important one to start with.
Well, that's why I'm telling you now.
And what happens? What happens when we hit 30?
Well, if you're not in control of this curse of this creature inside of you, it takes over.
Like forever?
I mean, to my understanding. There's a very specific reason why, I mean, even though I don't hold the parties anymore on my birthday, but I definitely didn't do anything this last year. 2 years ago. 2 years ago, 30.
Ah. And Lou is just like trying to take it all in and like process it as fast as possible. But also it's a lot to take in, and she's not processing it as fast as she would like to because it's been a heck of a week. And finally thinks about it for a minute and says, so what do I have to do to control it? I mean, the most I have to do now is I just sort of have a very extended beauty regime in the morning. And I use the feathers, and sometimes they pop out for other reasons, but mostly they stay pretty and paint all day. But how do you get control of the feathers? What am I supposed to just let them grow out and I just go around like a feathered thing? Bird?
So that's the part I'm not sure about with the whole feathers thing, but I could show you how I did it, which is making the curse be on your terms and now you be on its terms. My family has researched that we could go when we have our passports again. I'll let you look at it. I do not like the ways that it works, but it may be able to do something now that we know some magic-y people.
Oh, that is not ominous at all.
I am coming to terms with them lying to me as well.
Maybe it doesn't matter, maybe I just let it do what it's doing since it's not doing anything except for being annoying. And we solve the world problem before we worry about that. We got time, I think.
Let's hope so. But regardless, I'll be here every step. I wish I could go back and tell you sooner, because it's been eating at me this whole time.
It's okay. I forgive you.
It's not okay, but I will be here.
Ugh. I mean, there is a possibility that I'm just really bad at being cursed because I'm really bad at everything. So maybe it'll be fine.
That's not true. You saw all the people the other night with you handing out those cards? There's something going on there.
I was buying some alcohol. I'm pretty sure that is all that they cared about.
Look, after the second round, I made sure only water went to your table.
The whole table?
Yes.
It explains why we kept ordering so many. We paid money for that. Yeah, we paid real money for that. Full money.
And you had a great time, did you not?
But we could have saved the coppers.
You
know how much tax money we need this year?
Lou, literally, I'll help. I got you.
It is hard. Because if there's a week, we're going to have to go home. And we're going to have to still deal with our petty daily problems on top of the world-ending problems. And that's a lot of problems.
I think the world-ending problems may call to us more than our daily problems.
That doesn't make the daily ones go away.
You can make the daily ones go away temporarily. I think Yuri is going to go in for a hug.
Yeah, she'll do she's just gonna fall sideways against you and let you hug her.
And they're gonna like hugging you close and just, I know it's so much, but hey, we could do it together. We have more people going through the same thing. I think you and Niall are gonna actually be good friends.
Ah,
Yuri shakes and start laughing.
that means so nice.
And hey, maybe you and Laeth could be friends again.
Again.
Okay, again.
We will. I mean, that would be nice.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have friends of any kind. I'll take old ones back. Or new ones, it's alright. I'm not that picky.
One of these nights, when it's not so stressful, we'll go to the bar again. Okay.
Alright.
Please not the one with Oscar. I apologize to them, but like, I still feel bad.
Well, I don't know. I feel like Oscar would really like the whole fiery stag look. It would be so appealing. It's so big and strong and terrifying. I think Oscar would be into that.
Yuri's gonna like pat you on the back. I'm like, all right, we'll see about that. Good. I'll try this talisman next time. Okay. If you need
Okay.
anything, I'm down the hall.
I know. Don't invite too many people back to your room.
You literally don't have to worry about that.
So, yeah.
See.
Yeah. I know, Gravewing, you said there was something else you wanted to do. Laeth, is there anything you want to do during these 3 days?
Yeah, so the first thing, I've got a couple quick things. So one is going through the maps that Gravewing and I have been making and making sure that they have little pictograms, sort of designating everything in addition to all the writing. One of them is going through that journal we got from the Dampier kidnapper and just reading that real close. Do I learn anything else that is important for us?
Yeah. Oh, well, the journal was about Arthur's journey to return someone from the dead without magic. His wife, specifically.
And that was successful.
Mm-hmm.
And does it have the method in it? Did he write that down there?
Vampire blood.
Vampire or Dampier, like specifically?
It says it's kind of both, but full-fledged vampires are incredibly hard to get your hands on.
Fair.
So usually it's Dampier was a lot easier, and he at least hypothesized that it is the same kind of resurrection and healing effects that regular vampire blood has. And yet again, it was a messy process, but apparently he got it to work eventually.
Yeah. Laeth, the Dampier whose entire existence has been being a tool, has no strong feelings about this. She
totally.
is fine.
None.
Great. I would like to pass that over to Juniper as well. Like, I'm not, eager to have her resurrecting people from the dead, but I don't know, maybe she can find something good to do with it. Yeah.
Juniper doesn't have anybody that's dead that she needs to feel the desire to bring back. Rima's great. Pharaoh's fine. All of those other people for Ravenswood are totally fine.
And then the only other thing I wanted to do was go to the mask maker that Lorelai told us about and commission masks for the people.
Yeah. I take it you probably go around and get what everybody wants.
Yeah.
No, choose for us.
I would actually be really interested to see what Laeth chose for everyone, but yes, you all have probably specific requests.
Yeah, what are those requests? Starting
that's a great question.
with Aki.
It is a mixture. Okay, so I'm gonna use a very specific reference. The fire lights masks from Arcane. It's similar to that one, except less owly and more bug, specifically mothy. I think it's a little bit reminiscent of what the death head moth skull kind of looks like. The glass for the eyes are going to be orange tinted, and this mask it's more, instead of so the firelight one is low-key a helmet. This is not a helmet. This is more like just a straight up like a mask, like on off situation. Though if this mask can come in 2 parts, that would be preferred. So like if it could open up from the bottom half to the top half, that would be extremely preferred, because it offers Mothmom more accessibility for various different things, like, you know, fucking breathing and stuff like that. Yeah, I know what I want. I thought about this a lot.
What about Eurideux?
Eurideux has not thought about this at all. They're going to make either the fortunate or unfortunate decision to tell Laeth. Surprise me.
Great. Perfect. What about Alouette?
Oh boy, I've thought about this a lot, but I had not landed on a decision.
We can also not do this right now, probably.
No.
And just get them when we get them revealed.
I think she's going to go. Whether or not this happened before or after the conversation with Yuri is, you know what, up for interpretation. I'm not going to make that decision or tell anyone what I decide on that, and we're just going to go with a bird mask. And I think we would also send, along with Laeth, a bag of red feathers to use on the mask and not say where they came from. It's probably a half mask with like a little beak and then like feathers coming up and out. And you know what? If I change my mind by the time we do art, no, I didn't. It was always that way.
Does Nihil want a mask, or is Nihil just going to use the Dread Doctor's mask? Or does my Nihil want to like glue some pieces onto the Dread Doctor's mask and call that good?
Nihil is just gonna look at you while cooking and just pause and think and talk. And just, excuse me, dear, do you have any preference on a mask?
Something really spooky.
Okay. Something really spooky.
Any other details you want me to pass along, or should I just leave that up to artistic interpretation?
Any other requests? You could on just to something really spooky, dear.
I mean, nobody's going to see me. It's all to your face.
Yeah, but I don't really care that much. It's not cooking related. Like actually saying stuff out loud now to Laeth, who's just sitting there as Niall's thinking silently, just like, I guess maybe something that can let this side of my face breathe, because that's where I shoot a lot of my magic from. But other than that, something very spooky and practical.
Okay. And Alistair.
I have not thought about it very much, but for some reason, my first thought is, I am the knight. I am Ratman.
Now, does that mean getting a mask of your own face? Because I wanted to get a mask of my own face, and everyone told me that was a bad idea.
I'm thinking more like a mask of a like standard race pretending to be a rat folk.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad because that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
But your whole body is still a rat folk.
It's so funny.
It's just a costume. What are you talking about?
It's so funny. You pick a different. What if you pick a different rodent? Have you ever thought about that? So instead of being the rat man, you could be like hamster boy.
Hamster boy.
No possum. Yeah.
What would be the best though? Like a guinea pig.
Guinea
A capybara.
pig. Capybaras are cute. Yeah. Oh god, you have so much to choose from.
But like an angry guinea pig. Like
With
you
the
know,
eyebrows?
like if people thought guinea pigs were scary.
Yeah,
detachable
You could do a
eyebrows so
naked
you could
mole rat.
change
Those
your...
things are horrifying.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
god,
not, they're
detachable.
oh god.
I mean, there are also like, you know, things like in the world that are like Hesterhunde or I know that are generally not rats, but you know, they're like an animal that exists in the world.
Are we
It
all
could be a
having
diseased
animal-themed
rat.
masks?
Huh?
Are we all having animal-themed masks?
Well, mine was always there. Y'all just following along.
I think it would be
I have
funny
a
if
steady
we all...
career.
You do.
I think
you
it would
do.
be funny if Laeth sees all of these and it's just like animal mask, animal mask, animal mask. Surprise me. And Laeth's like, you know what? I gotta commit to the bit.
To be an eel because they're terrifying and I hate them. Like, you know, the really creepy deep sea
The moray
eels?
eels and stuff.
Honestly,
too.
something creepy and shark related would be pretty cool because
But there's
sharks
like
have some
an
really
eel-
fucked up designs.
There's like a deep sea eel that kind of looks like Venom, but also has little blushies. Have you seen that fish? It's
I've seen
it's
it.
so funny.
Mhm.
I have not. I have no idea.
Oh
what
my
you're
gosh, I'll try to
talking
find a picture of it. That could be it.
about. Honestly, if it's cool enough, yes. Otherwise, sharks are pretty cool. Or like those deep sea fish with the creepy ass mouths.
I was gonna say you might want to go for deep sea stuff because that might fit Schism a little bit more.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
'Cause,
And
like,
if you want,
they-
there's the ghost sharks and stuff like that too, but they aren't. They're pretty harmless. They're called chimeriforms.
They're beautiful. I
Ah,
want to
they're-
kiss
Yeah.
them.
Me
You
too.
did.
It's the
Alyssa,
dragon.
Alyssa did in Shambhala. But to be fair, I made a beast of a person.
Well,
I
so
forgot that I
you
didn't have my
you do drop off your order for masks and just general probably clothing as well. I'm sure you all have some sort of requests for clothing
Let me
because
cook it.
you haven't really been wearing your own clothing for a while.
Don't I know it?
Gravewing, you said there was one more thing you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So sadly, I cannot do much family related looking stuff because we need the fucking password. So I'm stuck on that. Besides checking out maps and kind of helping in the background moving shit, especially for this clock tower upgrade that we're doing, I would like to find Laeth specifically. And then I would like to ask Laeth, out of our collection of romance novels, which one do they think is good? Good question mark. Like full question mark.
So, of the ones that Laeth has had on her person, those are The Devil's Bride and The Scoundrel's Return. And those two, I think that she did just probably read before. Well, maybe she has read those two out to you, because I think she would have read them sometime in this intervening week. So those two are down. She is unfamiliar with the ones we have in storage, except for The Abyss of Six, which she does highly recommend.
And you are all more than free to just make up the plots of whatever these are. I gave you the titles. You can make up the plot.
What's the Abyss
It's
of
about
Six
polyamorous demons.
Schism?
Schism's not a demon.
Yeah, listen.
Schism's technically an abomination.
Noted.
I'm glad to know that the one thing that was confirmed from that conversation is that Schism is polyamorous. Diversity win. Okay. Do we know if anyone really wants to read this in this group?
I mean, we found quite a few of them, and I imagine that there are even more in the library we haven't quite located yet.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for a copy. Gotta go look for a copy. Gotta find a copy. I'm gonna wrap the copy up, and then I'm gonna sneak. Am I gonna sneak give it, or am I gonna give it?
You should give it.
Should I give it?
It goes badly if you sneak it. Just my
Well, that's because y'all have like issues and shit. Like you guys will take, I like that shirt on you today, and you'll twist the words to, so I should just never wear this fucking color again, and you'll say it like that.
No, just say that you should cover up because no one wants to see you. You gotta wear a shirt.
Yeah, and your slut neck, all those things, all those wonderful things.
if you secret it, you have to sign it, and you have to make sure the note cannot vanish sometime between delivery.
Mm-hmm. Can I even out sneak this bitch? This bitch is like way sneakier than me too. Must say, I'm gonna determine how sneaky I am with a roll. I feel like that makes sense, right?
And you passed every stealth check.
All but one, but that one everybody did bad, I remember. Oh shit, no, I don't pass this. It's like a fucking 11, bro. Both Mom tries to do it sneaky, but just straight up doesn't know that Lorelai is in the room actively while I like come in through like a window or something. And until I'm like fully inside, that's when I say and go, oh, brought you a present.
Oh, I do enjoy gifts.
Yeah, I'm told that this is good, so I'm gonna give the book. I give the book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lorelai will gently unwrap it. Kind of slowly take her time and sort of take the book sort of between her hands and flip it over and, sort of let her fingers go over the pages a little bit and say, well, I think it'll be even better knowing it's from you.
I'm glad. And then I'm going to very awkwardly go back out the window. Legs first.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice and awkward.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Lorelai says something about, it's always lovely watching you leave.
I've done what I wanted to do. I've done what I've had.
Yeah.
Tower maintenance. Trying to read and failing is good.
Yeah, well, I think that's a lovely place to end this session. And when we come back next time, we'll have our second rebellions phase, which all sorts of new things that you can start doing. And you'll also get your rumors from last week. So,
Wait, what rumors from last week?
Not last week, but from the last week of in-game time.
The
This
ones
is
we
what we
asked them
sent.
to collect.
Yeah.
You said
I thought-
your...
No. I thought you meant rumors from last week. Like, we'll get to rumors that I gave you last week, and I was like, I wasn't here. What? There was more lore that you guys didn't tell me.
Nah.
He's like, please. Okay, sorry, it's my job to take us out. Thank you, everyone, for listening to another wonderful episode of Goblins and Gays. If you like what we do here, feel free to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We post all sorts of amazing extra content. Do you want to hear me comparing people's feet? No, you don't. But if you subscribe to our Patreon, you can. So remember, stay safe and cannibals is cool.
Consuming Tyrant of the dark shore, where's my love? Won't hold this heart. Daylight is a distant dream. Non facta est looming there. Dressed dark from this hope ever fleeting. Dark prevails, but my heart keeps on beating.